Okay, slope of the line. Slope is a rate, a ratio, or fraction where is the change in y, change in y over the change in x. Y is up or down, and x is left or right. Slope can be found in the equation y equals, remember, slope-intercept form, mx plus b next to this is our slope, next to the variable. All right, mathematicians, at least you'll see me doing slope, the change of y over the change of x. I use delta. Oh, it's not here. So delta symbol's a triangle. So you'll see me writing slope delta y, the change in y over the change in x. Okay, that's how I write it. So when you see that, because it's habitual for me to put that in there. Yeah, triangle, that delta symbol means change. It's a Greek symbol that means change. All right, so then the example problems. Remember, the slope is next to the x, right? I should put x variable. Let's see, so example A. Next to the x, the coefficient of x is 2. So they want us to write the slope is 2. What's the slope in B? -3, good. Oh, usually we write it as a fraction. If you want to, since this is a whole number, just put it over 1. And C, my slope is, yep, 2/3. E, my slope is 1. Coefficient of x is 1. E, since that x is in the numerator, what this really means is I'm taking the fraction that's a 1x, 1/2 times x, right? So my slope is 1/2. F, my slope is going to be 1/3, right? Because there's a 1 there. And y, not y, t, my slope is -3. How about h? -1, good. Ooh, what's my slope in I? 0. If I have a slope of 0, what kind of line do I have? Horizontal, good. Left to right. And y equals 8. What's my slope? Again, it has to be 0 because that's the only way I can wipe out the slope, right? Okay, my slope is 0. This is actually y equals 0x plus 8. How about if I don't even have a y? What's my slope? No, because it's the coefficient, right? But there's no y. It's not in slope-intercept form. This is undefined, right? Remember? What kind of line do I have? Vertical. Vertical line has no No, it's undefined slope. Number 3 is probably the worst question I think I've ever seen on a guided notes. Slope can be found in a graph by drawing a set of P points along the line. You can count the units of the change in the vertical direction and use it for the numerator. I told you. Question. Although there are no stupid questions. You can count the units of change in the horizontal and use it for the denominator. Denominator. Okay, so we're going to find the slope. Remember, up or down, over, left, or right. Just pick 2 points. Doesn't matter. I'm going to pick this point and this point. I'm going to pick the closest because I don't want to have to reduce the fraction. So I'm going to go up 1, so positive 1, to the right 1, so positive 1, 1 over 1. That's my slope. So you pick 2 points. I'm going to pick this one, and I'm going to pick it where the grids cross. Yeah, so I'm going to go up or down first. So I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3. So down -3. To the right 1 is a positive 1. So -3 is my slope. Got it? By the way, the definition for slope, the mathematical definition, is the steepness of the line. Yeah, this one's pretty bad. So I'm going to pick 2. By the way, this is positive slope because it's going up left to right. This is negative slope, positive slope, right? So I'm going to go up 1, it's positive 1, to the right 2, so positive 2, 1/2. Okay, so that's one way you can get slope is just counting graph, right? We can also do it mathematically or algebraically. And there's a formula here. They give us a formula in case they just give you points. Okay? y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So, what I like to do, if you're not familiar with this formula, I like labeling my points. This is my first point, so that's x1, y1. And then x2, y2. Yep. And I just put in my formula. So I have my slope, which is m, my y2, good. Yeah. The hardest thing about this is, 5/2. Make sure it's reduced. The hardest thing about using this formula is watching the sign. Because when you start minusing negative numbers and all that other stuff, like C. So this is my first point. This is my second point. Yeah. So my slope, x2 is -1 minus my y1, which is 4, x2 minus my x1, which is -2. See how the signs can get you messed up? Yep, -5, right? And 3 minus minus is a plus to positive 5. Now this one you have to reduce. It's just 1 or negative 1 over 1. Or negative 1. Doesn't matter. You can leave it as a whole number. See, are there any tricky ones? Nope. I might as well do F right underneath it. My x1, y1, x2, y2. Good. Yep. Yeah. M stands for slope. I don't know. I really don't. I'm sure there's a reason, but I don't know. This is a whole another worksheet. Maybe stop there. You guys can look at it. Let's do that.